Today we are going to study MOSFET as internal capacitance. So now let us study how the MOSFET will have because normally the MOSFET will have the internal capacitance. So how it will be the internal capacitance in the sense like say example if you want to say let me consider a one MOSFET, then we can say the MOSFET will has the internal capacitance. Assume that the steady state charges on these capacitance are required instantly. So like in other words, so we did not account for a finite time required to charge or discharge the various internal capacitance. So as results, we can derive some of the capacitance the small signal model do not include any capacitance. Only in the large signal model only will include the capacitance. So the use of the small signal model will predict the constant amplifier gain independent of frequency. So now all we do, there are basically two different types of internal capacitance in MOSFET. The one is gate capacitance. The first one is gate capacitance. The second one is junction capacitance. The second one is junction capacitance. So these are the two internal capacitance. Okay. Now let us see what is the junction capacitance. The sense is like we can say source to body and then body depletion layer. So let me show what exactly it will be. So example, I want to show the diagram will be how it will be in the sense. Let me consider the source see this will be that next here this will be your substrate. Then I will consider this will be your source. Then I will consider this will be your drain. Then I will consider this will be your depletion region. Okay. See, this is the depletion region. Next, let me take gate. So this will be the gate example. Just I'm going to say the example. So this will be the gate. Then I'll say this portion, the bottom portion is nothing but I'll call it substrate. Because as you know, MOSFET has four terminals. Now we need to know where and all the capacitance are there. Okay. So let us draw the capacitance, some capacitance. So here they are having a one capacitance. Then here one more capacitance will be there. Then here one more capacitance will be there. Then from here one more capacitance. Then here also we may have a one capacitance. Then here also we may have the one capacitance. So let us put these things what and all. This is nothing but a CG, that is gate capacitance. This is let me call as COV, that is overlap capacitance. There is also overlap capacitance. Then I say this is CJ, that is junction capacitance. Then this I will say CJ junction capacitance. See, these are the some various capacitance if in terms of the cross section we are showing. So the same way what I will do here, I will show there is the capacitance between the gate and the channel, that is gate capacitance. The capacitance between gate and source only I can call it is nothing but a CGS. Actually, it's supposed to be CGS. It's supposed to be CGS. So this supposed to be CGD, the capacitance between gate and the drain. So here we are having two junction capacitance that will be like that depletion layer. This is a depletion layer which is shown here. See, this is a depletion layer. So this portion is nothing but your depletion width. This is depletion width. So W, I can say depletion width actually. So now it is like I can say the source and the body. See, this is the body actually. This is body, this is source body and the drain and body in the depletion layer. Those things only I can call as junction capacitance. Then this will be your gate capacitance. So this is what we are going to study in detail here. How like the small signal parameter of, or we are going to find out the values for different capacitance. So just to let me draw again the diagram here, how it will be in the sense. So let me draw a MOSFET, the equivalent diagram. As I said, this will be your MOSFET. This is a MOSFET, right? So this will be your MOSFET. Then this will be your bulb. So this will be the gate. This will be the drain. This will be the bulk B. Then this will be the source. Now let us put the capacitance. First, the capacitance here. So let me put a capacitance here. From here, there is a one capacitance here. This, the capacitance name is CGD, the capacitance between gate and the drain. Next, the capacitance will be here. That is capacitance between gate and the source. So I called as CGS. Next, between gate and the bulk or channel. So you should have, this is a channel actually. So here we'll have the one capacitance. So this capacitance is nothing but CG capacitance, that is gate capacitance. Okay. Next we can see what is the capacitance will be there. So from here to like D, this is D, then pointed to S. So this is the capacitance as CDS, capacitance between CD and the S. Next I can have the one more capacitance like here. What is this name of the capacitance? Drain. So CDB, the capacitance drain and the bulk. Next, here also one more capacitance. See, this capacitance would be CSB, that is the capacitance between source and the bulk. So these are the capacitance normally we can call as parasitic capacitance normally. So now from this we can say the CGS. So from this we can say this CGS plus CGD. It means CGS, this one, and CGD. So these two they can call as input capacitance. Input capacitance. Next, they can say CDS plus CGD, means this one. You can see here, which one of the sense? See, CDS and CGD. This two will give you as combination of this, but yeah, output capacitance. Next, we have CGD. That is a capacitance. Like this CG, now this CGD actually is something, but actually this here feedback capacitance actually. So CDS only is nothing but the output capacitance we can say, right? The CDS how will get is nothing but a combination of, that is CDB plus CSB only will get us CDS actually. Correct? So now what we'll do, so let us find each and every one by one. So let us go for the first. The first one is nothing but a gate capacitance effect. Gate first one is gate capacitance effect. That is first. So now let us study in detail about the gate capacitance. Now here the gate capacitance is nothing but the gate electrode. Which one is nothing but your polysilicon, I can say. Gate electrode means polysilicon. The polysilicon forms a parallel plate. See here example how I should in the sense. See, this will be your example. I will draw the one basic MOSFET. This will be your gate. This will be your gate. This will be your N plus. This will be your N plus. See, this is the overlap capacitance. Actually, this is the overlap. Okay. So now here the channel will be there. Then we have like this. Then you see here, this is drain. This is source. This will be your gate. Then this will be connected bulb. Okay. Now here the polysilicon. Which is the polysilicon? If you see from the top, like this is nothing but your cross-sectional view. But at the same time, if you are viewing from the top position, in the sense from top, if I say this will be your gate, then this will be your substrate. Now in between we'll have the insulator actually. So now we can say that is a channel actually will be there. That is channel only is nothing but here. In between channel will be there. So the gate electrode polysilicon, which one? This the gate electrode polysilicon forms a parallel plate capacitor with the channel. This is the channel actually. This one is channel. So channel with a oxide layer. See here, which is the oxide layer in the sense. Here, see, there was a presence of oxide layer. This is the oxide layer. This will be your polysilicon layer. This will be your channel. This is the channel. In between, the oxide layer present. With oxide layer serving as a capacitor dielectric. This only. So now this only can gate capacitance effect. So now in this, that is nothing but a gate capacitance. So now what you'll do, little bit in the elaborately we'll see. The gate capacitive effect can be modeled by three capacitance from the gate. What and all? We can see from this diagram, gate capacity effects. What are the effects you'll get? Three. One thing is CGS. Yes, let me write. What and all which involves CGS. What is next is CGD because gate. Next is CGB. So totally these three capacitance are involved actually. We can model these three capacitance. Now the value of each capacitance we can determine by follow. Now when you are going to operate this MOSFET, they can operate in a three regions. First, you assume as the MOSFET is operating in. First, you are operating the MOSFET in triode region. We need to know what is the triode region. Triode region means simple. I can say there is nothing but a linear region, or we can say as linear region. So triode region means linear region. So linear region in the sense, what is the expression? Normally the VDS is small because the VDS is less than VGS minus VT. So the condition will be like first your VGS must be greater than VT, then your VDS must be less than the VGS minus VT, then this MOSFET will work on the linear region. So now operating in the linear region, the channel will be in uniform depth. So the channel will be in uniform depth. Uniform depth in the sense there will not be any change in the depletion layer. So it will be even. The depletion layer will be even. How it will be in the sense? Normal diagram will be like this. Normally, the diagram will come in this way. See, will be equal. So the depth of this uniform will be there actually during the triode region. So when it is like that, the gate channel capacitance will be, W, that is the width, that is nothing but the width of the channel and the length of the channel, and COX, that is the gate channel, the sense CG, I will write as CG, okay? Let me write CG, gate channel. Capacitance is nothing but will depend as W L into C ox. So where what is C ox actually? W is nothing but width of the channel. L is nothing but length of the channel. What is C ox? C ox is nothing but oxide capacitance. That is nothing but oxide capacitance. But we need to know what is C ox. Already we said where C ox is equal to, epsilon ox divided by E ox, where epsilon ox is nothing but the permittivity of the silicon, the T ox is nothing but thickness of oxide layer actually. So that is what we can say CG is equal to, because W is equal to L. That is why they said the uniform depth means the W and the L will be both are same. That is why nothing will changes over there. So from this I can say if from this we can say, so like the gate channel capacitance will be W L C ox, and it can be modeled by dividing it equally between the source and drain end, because so from that we can write as CGS is equal to CGD, equal I'm saying. So CG is equal to this in the sense. So now I need to get what is CGS, CGD. So you need to divide by 2, exactly half. So this will be nothing but 1 by 2 W L C ox. So this is nothing but the capacitance expression for CGS-CD for the given the MOSFET is working in the linear region. Even if this VDS, which VDS, even though if this VDS is not small, then approximate will work in the triode region only. So next, let us go for second. So what is the second thing is, now you consider in the saturation region. The MOSFET is in saturation region, or you need to operate in saturation region. So when saturation region, what is the expression? It will be like VDS should be greater than or equal to VGS minus VT. This is the expression. Now the VDS is larger than this. So when the channel is operated in a saturation, the channel has the tapered shape. So now we'll say what will happen in the sense your VDS is very, very larger than VG. So now let us show the diagram how it will be. Now let us see how it is. See, I will show the diagram for a saturation rate. See here in this diagram, you look into carefully here, like same diagram, right? So your source is connected to ground. Now the VG is greater than VT. Now the VDS is greater than VD saturation. Means the condition, don't worry about that VDS is greater than VSAT in the sense means this is what that VDS is greater than VGS minus VT. Now what happened as the drain voltage will be larger than the source voltage because here only increasing. When it is keep on increasing, means like the weight is more automatic. What will happen? Normally, the earlier the channel will be like this, correct? The channel will be like this. What happened next? The channel will be pinched off. The channel is pinched off in the sense what happened here? The shape has changed. The channel shape is changed. At the same time, you can see there was a channel is pinched off here. So what will happen? There will not be any flow of current from drain to source here. It won't go. So that is why it will pinch off at the which end? It's in the drain end actually. This is drain, this is source. The channel is pinched off in the drain end. So if it is pinched off, doesn't automatically what will happen? The length of the channel will get reduced. Correct? So now this channel, this only you can call as the inversion channel normally. So this portion is nothing but a pinch off portion. See here. So due to this now what we can do, so the pinch off at the drain end, the gate to channel capacitance, that is nothing but I can say CGS. Okay, CGS. The channel during the saturation region, what will happen? This is gate. S is nothing but source. Now from gate to source, how what will happen? You see completely. Earlier we said 1/2 because 1/2 in the sense half of the we have the source and the drain in the previously in the linear region because of it's a linear region. Now what happened here? This will become as like the size same, but here it is not that much. So what will happen? You'll get as 2/3 the times of W by WL into Cox, your CGS actually. So what will be CGD now? The CGD actually capacitance in the sense the CGS capacitance overlapping will be there. Overlapping in the sense this is what overlapping. See, this is the overlapping actually. Say. But what about here overlapping? There is no overlapping because of the channel was pinched off over there. So there was a absence of channel in that place. So if the channel is absent, what will happen? That will be 0. So this is what they can say the capacitance of in saturation region. So now what will happen? This is for second. Next, what we'll do? Let us go for third. What is third region? The third region is cutoff region. So when the MOSFET will be cut off, when VGS is less than VT. If the VGS is less than VT, then the device will be in the cutoff region. When the MOSFET is in cutoff, the channel will be disappear because there will not be any channel, we can say. The absence of channel will be there. So if the channel is absent, then whatever the capacitance, there will not be no capacitance also. So from that, I can say from CGS, the capacitance CGS is equal to CGD equal to 0 due to, so even though we can model the gate capacitance effect, that is gate capacity effect by assigning a capacitance, even though because even though if it is 0, we can assign the capacitance WLC to the CGB actually because here 0, here 0. But what about this? There is a B is there, right? You can see, go back to the diagram here. You can see in this diagram here, say CGS, CGB is okay. When what about CGB? So there will be a some capacity, the internal capacity will be present over there. So we can write this as CGS will be is equal to CGD is equal to 0. Then what about CGB? The CGB will be same as nothing but WL into Cox. So this will be the expression okay, this will be the expression for CGS or CGB in the cutoff mode. So now what we can do, an additional small capacitive component that should be added to CGS and CGD in all the preceding formula, in the previous formulas. So example, why? Because see this diagram here. If the overlap length means, see here, this length, this is nothing but a length, right? See, this portion only I can say is a L actually, the length of the channel normally. So now the overlap length is denoted as LOV. Okay, so overlap length. Overlap length, because the length is overlapped, so this will be denoted as VOV. Okay, so now overlap length in the sense, now what I will do, sorry, not VOV, sorry, it is overlap length. The L length is nothing but L actually. It's supposed to be L. Okay, overlap. So now the overlap capacitance we have to do. So what will be the overlap capacitance? That is COV. That is overlap capacitance will be W. That is L will be the right. The L will be replaced by LOV. LOV into COX. So now the overlap length will be denoted as LOV. But from that we can say the overlap capacitance can be calculated as W into the L will be replaced by LOV, then COX. So now typically the LOV value, the range will be, that is the length overlap length, the typical range will be from 0.05 to 0.1 L. So this is the typical value of LOV. Now this will be the one of the important formula if overlap length. So now this is all about the gate capacitance. Now next what we'll do, let us study about the second, that is junction capacitance. So the junction capacitance, nothing but, as I said, that is nothing but the capacitance at from the junction capacitance will be formed in the depletion layer, that is from source to bulk and drain to bulk. So that only we can call as depletion layer, junction capacitance. Now, how we can use this junction capacitance here, or how we can calculate the formula for capacitance. So now first thing is the depletion layer, in the sense the depletion layer capacitance of two rivers. Before that, let me show one more diagram for you for your purpose. See this diagram now. This is the normal PN junction diode, because normally in a MOSFET also we'll have the PN junctions will be there. So now, so here you can see the anode cathode, the two places of how the capacitors will be formed. You can see this is the depletion region over there. Then this is the holes. These are the electrons. So now these are the two plates of capacitors. That is what we can say. So in the depletion place. So this will be only we can call as the junction capacitance, because this is the junction. This one is, see, this place is a junction actually. So now what we'll do, so the depletion layer capacitance of the two reverse biased. So two reverse bias in the sense like from source to bulk and drain to source will be reverse bias. Then the PN junction formed. The PN junction will be formed. So between each of the source and drain diffusion, and the body can be determined using the formula. So there is some formula to calculate those things also. We need to go in depth. So what we will do, the source diffusion. The source diffusion we have the source body capacitance, that is CSB. That is the capacitance between